Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday. It's time for a review show special. Now today I'm going to be doing, now if you don't know by the way what a review show special is, it's different to the thing that goes up on a Wednesday. I take a deep dive into a particular creator, a particular subject, and I really kind of go deep and tell you everything that you need to know about that subject. And today I'm going to be talking to you about Sean Begonia. I'm going to be talking to you about Sean Begonia and his incredible handkerchief props, for want of a better word. Now, for those of you that don't know, Sean is one of the top creators in the world today. He has been creating magic for a very long time, and he is famous for many things, but one of the things he's most famous for is dancing Hank style routines. Now, the reason that I'm doing this review so special today is because a few months ago, Sean announced that he was kind of shutting up shop and he was going to stop making his products, and he gave a massive discount on everything that he had available, of which there's some incredible ideas and some incredible concepts. He was inundated with orders to the point that he's kept the shop running at the moment while he gets through all of those orders. So if you want to actually order something from Sean Begonia, not only can you get it at a discount, now is the time to order this stuff, because if you don't order it soon, it's going to go away and you're never going to be able to get it again. But at the moment, Sean is still accepting orders. Even if something is showing as out of stock on his website, you can still contact him, and there's a very good chance that you can be put on the waiting list. And it's a bit of a waiting list. When I realized he was shutting down, I got a replacement, a backup for a couple of the things that I use, and it took probably 2 months for it to arrive, and I was very early on in the ordering line, if that kind of makes sense. So you are going to have to wait, but now there's never been a better time to order this stuff. Now, I could spend hours talking to you about everything that Sean has done for this community. I could spend hours talking to you about all the different innovations he's made, all the different things that he's brought out, and everything that he has done with thread that has made him, as popular as he is. But the bottom line is, almost every single pro magician that really takes their act seriously and really wants something that packs small and plays big, they use Sean's material. They really do. And the thing he's most well known for, which is the thing that I want to really focus on right now, is his range of handkerchief props. Because there's a lot of different things that you can buy, and when you go onto his website, it's like, well, hang on a minute, what's this? What's this? What does this do? What does this do? What does this do? There's a lot of like, I don't really know, right? So I want to kind of break down the stuff that you can get from his website, okay? And the first thing that we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about the Extreme Handkerchief. Now, the Extreme Handkerchief, you can get it in, all of these you can get in multiple different colors, by the way, just so you know. But the Extreme Handkerchief is probably the most popular prop, and it's the thing that a lot of magicians use. And if they buy one thing from Sean, it's going to be this. So the Extreme Hank is basically, you've probably seen it before. It's a handkerchief dancing around in a bottle. So you show a handkerchief, you take it, you put it into a big sort of bottle like that, a big clear bottle. You put a cork on top of the bottle in order to stop it from coming out, and the thing just dances at your command. That is if you're going to buy one hanky thing, that's the thing that a lot of people buy, because it's very, very easy to do. Although there's thread, it's not scary because you're not being hooked up all over your body. It's nothing like that. There's no fearsome hookups or anything like that. It's completely self-contained, and it allows you to have this wonderful moment. I remember seeing Sean Farquhar, who's a multi-time world champion, obviously, doing a routine with Sean Begonia's dancing Hank on a ship many, many years ago, and having a kid come up on stage. And if you want a really special moment in your show, then this is absolutely the prop to use. What's nice about it is you can do it as a patter piece, you can do it to music. There's so many different ways you can use it. Now, although it does use thread, and I think we can, there's a lot of videos on Sean's website where he effectively exposes how a lot of this stuff works, because he wants you to know. So I think I can be a little bit more clear about what you're getting here. So the thing that's really nice about the Extreme Hank is everything is built into the cork. It's a regular normal bottle, and everything's built into the cork. So if you've got a case and you've got this cork in your case, you just have it set up with a handkerchief. So what you can do effectively is you can show a handkerchief, put it away in the case as you go to get a bottle, and then as you go back to get the cork, you're effectively switching the handkerchief. So when you drop the handkerchief into the bottle and you put the cork on, that's now completely self-contained. Now, once that is self-contained, once that cork is in place, you are good to go. And the beautiful thing is, because of the bottle and because of the thread and because of the way that everything works, you're never going to have the spectator see the thread. In fact, you can have a child hold the bottle and walk around the audience with the bottle, with the thread working and dancing the hank up and down, and they will not see anything at all. That's how powerful this system is. And you're going to see, there's lots of different ways of actually doing this. You're going to see people that will make the handkerchief fly into the case at the end, which is obviously very, very possible. You're going to see people, just like making the handkerchief go to sleep at the end and leaving it in the bottle. That's also possible. But if you want one moment, if you're doing something in your show with a handkerchief and the handkerchief vanishes and reappears and you've got this whole handkerchief thing, and you want to then have this incredible moment where you can bring a kid up on stage or an adult up on stage and you can animate this handkerchief in a way where you don't have to worry about thread lighting. Ryland does a lot of thread work and he has to constantly worry about thread lighting because thread lighting is an absolute nightmare, and you have to get just the lighting right in the venue. That's not the case with the dancing hank. You can do it in a really well lit village hall. You can do it outside. Ryland's done the extreme hank in outdoor festivals in the blistering heat and nobody can see anything. This is wonderful. So that's the extreme hank. Now, the newest one that Sean's brought out is the Smart Hank. And the Smart Hank is based off, I think it's called the Impossible Hank. And you can get both the Impossible Hank and the Smart Hank on the website, but the Smart Hank is the newest version. And effectively, it's a way of having a handkerchief that you're holding and, it will dance. I forgot to mention, by the way, going back to the extreme hank for a minute, you can do this and you're going to see performances of this in a bit, but you can do this one of two ways. You can program anything that Sean uses. So if you're a solo performer and you want to have it completely programmed, you can do that. You can have the whole thing programmed ahead of time, or you can have it so that you don't have it programmed. That's the beautiful thing about Sean's props. You can program anything if you want to, completely specifically to your needs. So yeah, that's the extreme hank. So I'm sure it's the Impossible Hank. The Impossible Hank new version is called the Smart Hank. It effectively looks like you're holding a hank, a handkerchief, but that handkerchief can bow and go from side to side and can do whatever you want to do. Now, this is also something that you can program. And the beautiful thing about this is you can have it sit somewhere. So you can be holding it, or you can have it sit it on its case, because the inside of the hank is actually magnetic. So you can have it sit on the case. If you've got a piece of metal in your shoulder, you can have it sit on your shoulder. I've seen a lot of entertainers do that. And effectively, what the original version of this did is it allowed you to program this handkerchief to do whatever sequence you want to do, and you can have more than one program in there, so that then effectively when you press a button, what that allows you to do is that allows the whole thing to happen, and the handkerchief does whatever the program is, and you interact with it based on the program, right? The Smart Hank allows you to do the same thing, but you can actually have more than one hank. You can have a master hank and you can have a slave hank. You can actually have up to 7 slave hanks with the master hank. So in other words, imagine this for a second. Imagine having all 7 hanks, different colours, all lined up on stands on the stage. And the program starts and they're all interacting with each other, or they all do exactly the same thing. So when the master moves, all the slaves move in exactly the same way. Now imagine that you've got an offstage assistant and you want to have this happen in real time. You could have the assistant in the wings holding onto the slave handkerchief or the master hank, and you could be on stage with the stage hank, and whatever the person in the wings does to this handkerchief, that will actually do that handkerchief on stage will do exactly the same thing. So now you can be interacting with the handkerchief on stage, and you can have somebody in the wings actually operating it almost like a vent puppet, which is again a really wonderful idea. Or you can program it, and if you are going to program it, before it was a lot harder to program, but now when you're programming this, if you've got 2 smart handkerchiefs, you can actually program it by putting the handkerchief where you want it to be, taking the other handkerchief and operating that handkerchief and record the program. I mean, it's just so genius, really. And again, you're going to see performances of this in a little bit. Then you've got another system that's built you've got another one that's available, and this is built into a case. And I can't remember the name of this one. I'm so sorry. The name escapes me, but this is built into a case. And it's a case that if you're serious about doing all of the handkerchief act, you can have this case and you can have all of the other hanks inside this case. So you can run the whole thing from the case. But what the case allows you to do is allows the handkerchief to come up and come down in whatever way that you want to. So you can have the handkerchief pop up out the case, come down, you can adjust the speed, you can adjust the program, you can adjust anything. You can again have multiple programs. So you can literally open up the case, and by pressing a button inside the case, what that's going to do is it's going to start the program. So let's say you're a family entertainer, for example, and you show a handkerchief and you put it in your case and then you start the program. You can be talking to the audience, the handkerchief can be popping up behind you and you're not noticing, and when you turn around it's popped back down into the table. Or imagine that you're doing a routine where the handkerchief is interacting with you to music. The case really kind of adds a real special dimension to everything else that you can get from Sean, and it's wonderful. Now, the only piece that you're not going to see a video of is another handkerchief prop that you can get from Sean, which is basically a black cloth. It's a black foliard, and you can actually have a handkerchief. It's almost like a zombie ball, but it's not a zombie ball, because even though it's kind of a traditional zombie gimmick, it's electronic and more to it than that. So you can have a handkerchief do a traditional zombie act behind this black cloth, but then you have it flop in front of the cloth, you can have it flop behind your back, you can have it jumping up and down behind the cloth, jumping up and down in front of the cloth. There's so many different ways that you can actually have this happen, which is amazing. And I don't have a video of that. That's the only one I haven't got a video of. Ryland does do that, but not in the... I haven't got any video of him doing that, unfortunately, so I haven't got any video of that. But if you see a lot of magicians that perform to music using this piece, because they can show the handkerchief, they can drop it down, they can have it pop up behind the case, and they can take the black cloth and hold the black cloth in front of the case, and then they've timed it so that the handkerchief will go down into the case as they then take over with the other handkerchief that's behind the cloth, and then they can have it go back into the case, and then it can go into the bottle. And that's the nice thing about the infrastructure that Sean has created with all these handkerchiefs. It effectively allows you to put all of these together into an act. Now, I'm going to show you a piece of footage of Ryland performing, and this is him performing at the House of Secrets. He's performing as part of the Magic and Mischief show with his sister Thea, and this is kind of one of their handkerchief acts. This is their kind of two-person handkerchief act, but you're going to see a few different things that are being done here. So you're going to start off at the beginning. It's kind of in three parts. The first part uses the case, and they're doing it to a kid show audience, so it's very much a look, no see type thing. So you're going to see, first of all, the case being used. Then you're going to see so you're going to start off with a regular handkerchief, switch it for the one in the case. Then you're going to end up with a handkerchief. You're going to end up with the smart handkerchief, so he's going to sit on the closed case and he's going to interact with Ryland. Both of those are programmed, so the case is programmed and the handkerchief sitting on the edge of the case is programmed as well. And then the final part is the extreme handkerchief. Now that's not programmed. He's not following a program there. Thea in the final phase walks off. She brings him the bottle and walks off. And Thea is programming, is controlling the extreme hank in the bottle on that final phase. So you're going to see a lot of these elements that I've talked about all put together into kind of one act. So let's have a look at that. This is Magic and Mischief live at the House of Secrets.
We figured out how to make a handkerchief come to life. You see, magicians use handkerchiefs a lot, and Thea and me, we did an experiment, and we made a handkerchief come to life. Would you like to see that? Yeah! Okay, well, if you look inside of this box, you can see we have a handkerchief. Now, what you do is you give this handkerchief a knot right there so he can have a head. So this is what we call Hank. People say, hi Hank! Hi. Now, Hank goes inside of this box. Like that. Now, what's going to happen? We're going to bring Hank to life. And it's going to be really cool Are you telling me something's wrong with Hank? Yeah? What about Hank? Hank's here, look. Hank's chilling. He's here, it's right, Hank. I'll put you back on your sofa. Here we go, look. Hank's fine, okay? Hank, he's fine and he's chilling. Now, what's gonna happen is, what? What? Are you talking about Hank? Hank is not jumping about like this. What do you want to look? Here, Hank is here eating pizza. He's fine, okay? Look, Hank, go back to eating pizza. I'm sorry. Look, we're gonna bring Hank to life, and when he comes to life, we're gonna teach him how to dance, and he's all gonna be really cool. Would you like to see? What? Hank is not doing this. What's up with Hank? Are you telling me Hank, who is in the swimming pool, is doing something wrong? He's here. I'm gonna put him back. Look, Hank's fine. Leave Hank alone. Look, we're gonna bring Hank to life. And it's what? You look out. Oh look, it's Hank. Everyone say hi, Hank. Hi, Hank. There, why didn't you tell me Hank was there? Look, it doesn't matter. Anyway, look. Thea is gonna teach Hank how to dance. What's wrong? You're gonna teach Hank how to dance? Yes, you are. What's wrong? Are you telling me you don't want to teach Hank? Oh, you mean we're gonna do it together? Well, yeah, you're gonna teach him, and then I'm gonna dance with him. Or actually, I'll teach him and you can dance with him. That's so good. Does that sound good, Hank? I think that's a yes. Okay, look, Hank, if you'd like to dance, what are you gonna do? In fact, I'll just grab you out, Hank. What I need to do is I just need to go down. I'm gonna get you out, Hank. Hank, get down. Hank, get down. Hank, get down. Got it. So, we have Hank here. Now Hank is gonna go right here. Now Hank, are you ready? Yes. Are you ready to dance? Yes. Okay. Well, you're gonna watch me dance first, Hank. You're gonna watch me dance first. Ready? I'm gonna dance. You don't seem very impressed with that, Hank. Look, I'm trying to teach you how to dance here, Hank. Look, Hank, no. He looks embarrassed. Hank, don't be embarrassed. You two's here. Stop being. Hank, you two stand up properly. Look, I'm trying to teach you how to dance, Hank. Do you want to learn how to dance or not? Yes. Okay. Let me teach you how to dance. The first move, Hank. You're gonna go left. If you're gonna go like this. Ready? Do it. Ready? Go left. Go. Hank, you went the wrong way. Hank, you went. Stand up. Hank, stand up. You went the wrong way. Look. Go left. Go left. Hank, you went the wrong way. Stand up. Look. Go. Right, fine. You can go that way. I'll go that way as well. Hank, go the same way as before. Ready? Go. Don't bow, Hank. Don't bow. Stop bowing. Stop bowing. Go left. And then go right. So go left. And then right. Then right. Okay, then left. Then right. And you can put it all together. You can stop moving about. And then you can give it a little shake. Very good, Hank. No, don't bow yet. I know what you're about to do. Don't bow yet. Put it all together. Very good. Left right, shake. Very good. No, Hank, don't bow yet. You're not supposed to bow yet. Hank, stop bowing. Stop bowing. Save it for... Stop, Hank. Stop. Save it for later. You're about to dance with Thea. Thea, you're going to dance with Hank. Are you ready? So I'll tell you what to do. Hank, ready? Let's go. Right, left. Right. Down. Up. Right. Left. Up. And down. And then, in a second, Thea, you're going to give it a little shake. Like that. Perfect. Very good. Very good. Okay, Hank, do it again. Go down, up, right, left, up, shake. Very good, Hank. Very good. Hank, don't bow yet though. There's one last. Stop bowing, Hank. Stop bowing, Hank. Hank. Alright, fine. Let me bow. Give it up for Hank. Give it up. Look. Now Hank, he's really cool. But It's alright, you want to see something cool? Magic wand! Kapow! There you go, look. You've got magic wand. Now, you're going to help Hank dance, okay? So, would you like to grab Hank up? We're going to grab Hank. Hank is here. Look, we've got Hank and we've got a bottle. There, you've got that bottle. Yes, very good. We're going to take this bottle and we're going to put Hank in here, like this. So, Hank goes in here and you're going to help Hank dance and jump about in here, okay? Does that sound cool? Yeah? Very good, so Hank goes in there. Very good, like that. Now, at the moment, Hank's asleep. So what you're going to do is you're going to come over here and in a second you're going to point at the bottle. Now, when you point at the bottle, everybody is going to shout, "Wake up, Hank!" Are you guys ready? Yeah? On the count of 3, everybody shout, "Wake up, Hank!" You point at the bottle. 1, 2, 3! Wake up, Hank! And Hank! Hank! Sorry, it doesn't seem like it's worked. It hasn't worked. Wait, what did we do? No. What? What are you talking about? What about behind me? Fine, I'll look. See, Hank's there. He's asleep. He's asleep. No, he didn't. He's asleep. Hank's asleep. Isn't Hank asleep? What do you mean? No, let me look. Fine, I'll look. He's asleep. Hank's asleep. He's having a nice nap. And I don't think... What? What's up with Hank? What do you mean? Look, he's not jumping. What do you mean? When I turn away like this? No, he didn't. What do you mean he's dead? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh, fine. Oh, look! It's Hank. Why didn't you tell me Hank was there? Look, give it up for Hank, everybody. Right, there you go. Look, we made Hank dance. Give him a big round of applause. Very good. In fact, look. In fact, we'd like to hold Hank. We'd like to hold Hank. Look, you can sit down here and you can show everybody Hank as Hank stands. Look, you can see. You can all see Hank. There you go. That's Hank dancing. Isn't Hank cool? Isn't Hank cool? Look, it's Hank. See what? What's your name? Barker. Give it up for Barker, everybody. Thank you, Barker. In fact, everybody, you gotta shout Hank sleep as loud as you can. 1, 2, 3. Hank sleep. Give it up for Hank, everybody.
So that was Magic and Mischief live at the House of Secrets, and you can see all of those elements put together there. Now, although there was a backing track, there was backing music, that was an example of using all of these elements together as kind of a family entertainer style performance. But the beautiful thing about Sean's stuff is you can use it in so many different ways. If you want to use it as more of a bigger thing with music, you can do so. And Ryland actually does that in a solo show. But if you want to do it like you saw in that video, that's absolutely fine. Now, there's one more thing that I want to talk about, and that's the Motopod system that you can get from Sean as well. Now, this is more expensive than all the others, and this basically is a set of Motopods. You get 3 Motopods with it. You actually get 4, but you get 4 Motopods, and you can put them up in a venue wherever you want to. So you can have a Motopod there, a Motopod there, you can have a Motopod there, and you get a big remote control, almost like the sort of thing you'd have with an airplane, that allows you to control these individual Motopods. So if you've got a handkerchief tied to you basically bring all of the thread from all of the Motopods together and you tie the handkerchief around it, and then using a remote control you can actually have that handkerchief fly anywhere you want it to fly, or you can have a pre-programmed program so that by literally pressing a button the program will start. Now that allows you this is the sort of thing that you want to use in a bigger venue, because you are going to need thread lighting in place for this, because this isn't just thread that's bouncing up and down in a bottle, this is thread that's running around the whole stage, right? But Ryland has used this in corporate events, he's used this in theaters, he's used this in so many different places, and it's a great system to use because it effectively looks like this handkerchief is flying all over the stage. Now, I'll show you footage of this. This is Ryland performing the Harry Potter act from the Family Entertainer of the Year at Blackpool a couple of years ago. And he's got a 3 Motopod system set up here. So there's a Motopod left wing, there's a Motopod right wing, and then there's a Motopod all the way over in the balcony. Just on the edge of the balcony. So it's a 3 Motopod system. And Matt was actually using the remote control for this. And what you're going to see, it's going to allow Ryland to interact with this handkerchief, have the handkerchief fly up in the air, fly from one side of the stage, fly to the other side of the stage, and even fly out into the audience and fly over the audience's heads. Now, this is not something that you're going to want to do if you're not performing regularly in the theatre, or you're not performing regularly in the sort of venue where you can do this. But it's worth showing you, because if you have the right venue or the right act and you want to create something truly impossible, it's an example of how Sean's products can scale up as your show scales up. So if you've not seen it, this is the original Harry Potter act.
I'm a kid, but I'm also a magician. Being a kid magician is awesome because I can do things that other kids can't. Take this cube, for example. Usually I take ages to solve a Rubik's Cube like this. But because I'm a magician, I can solve it in just a little shape. Now if I wanted to, I could solve it without even touching it, because I can solve it in mid-air. That's pretty impressive, but most kids, they like to pretend they're characters from films. If I want to pretend I'm a character from a film, I can really become that character. Let me explain what I mean. My favourite film is Harry Potter. If I want to become Harry Potter, the first thing I'm going to need is an owl. That'll do nicely. Now the next thing I need is my book and my broomstick. I've got my book and I've got my broomstick. Now as well as my book and my broomstick, obviously, what I need to look like him.
Nice of you to join us. Welcome to Hogwarts. Okay, class, listen up. Lesson 1. Evanescence, the vanishing spell. Try to vanish those flowers and don't forget, enunciate. Lesson 2. The manipulation of light. Use the spell Lumos and illuminate. handkerchief in the bottle. Now listen carefully. The spell is when Guardian Leviosa try to use your charm to levitate the handkerchief. No, Ryland. Concentrate. Remember, it's Leviosa, not Leviosa. You can look up the spell in your book. Try to light the candles and remember, Incendio! Excellent work. Now put everything you've learned together. Well done, Ryland. Now grab your broomstick. You've had a fantastic first day at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. You're going to make a wonderful wizard one day. But for now, some fun. Run along! It's time for Quidditch! Bedtime, get to bed and put your lights out!
So there you go. Look, that's there's a lot more that I could talk about Sean's products for hours. I've got 3 Extreme Hanks, I've got 4 Smart Hanks, I've got 2 Impossible Hanks. I've got so many of Sean's things, and it's probably some of the best magic that I've ever bought. Is it cheap? No. it's not for a hobbyist. It's not for somebody who doesn't want to invest in their act. But if you want to have a moment in your act where it's just truly incredible. If you want to do a levitation, levitations are notoriously difficult to pull off in any environment because of thread and lighting and so on and so forth. This is the easiest way I've ever found to do a levitation in any type of situation. This is something that you want to get. And as I say, now is a better time than ever before because Sean's getting out the game. He's shutting up shop, but he's still taking orders right now. He's still taking orders and the discount is still in place as far as I'm aware. So now is a better time than ever before to invest in Sean's products and actually have something. And in terms of, but Sean's a very, very straight and narrow guy. And as he said, even when the business closes, he's still going to honor any warranties. And if things are broken, he'll fix it. And there's still, the shop's going to be open to get replacement parts and threads. But what I will tell you is I've been using my original dancing hank now for 5 years and it's still going fine, and I've never had to replace anything, and it's still just as good as it was 5 years ago. And that's everything, you know, that's all I can say about it. I'm going to give this 10,000%. I'm going to do a Ryland. This has been such a big part of my my act. It's been a big part of Ryland's act. It's now a big part of Thea's act, and it really allows you to have something in your show that's really, really bigger than the sum of its parts. And I know a lot of people have been coming on Magic TV and wanting me to review stuff like this, not just the latest trick that's going to disappear in a few weeks, but something that really has stood the test of time. And one thing I can tell you is Sean's products really have stood the test of time. So there you go. You can get all of this from Sean's website. He is a great guy to communicate with. Drop him an email and he will absolutely help you. But as far as I'm concerned, the best thing that I've got in my act right now has been created by Sean Begonia. So there you go, guys. That's another video in the bag. Thank you once again for joining me on Magic TV. Don't forget, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. And also, please don't forget, if you haven't already done so, join the Netrix. It's my online streaming platform for magicians. It's netrix.com. You can get access immediately. Thank you once again for watching. I'll see you again. My name's Craig, and this is Magic TV.